Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team with Brabham here on the PS5. Tonight, it is round 16 of our third season. We are heading to the Cathedral of Speed, to Monza, for the Italian Grand Prix. So here we are then at the start. It is the day of the Grand Prix. We have got some new parts, I think. Let me have a look. I think we've got new front wings here, if memory serves. Yes, we are running brand new rear wings, which has helped us with the downforce a little bit. Car is still lacking in a couple of places. Not the quickest car. And certainly the high speed is not as good as I would like it to be, but the low speed is exactly where I want it to be now, with Baku coming up very, very quickly. I believe that's our next Grand Prix. We have got underfloors that are due as well. There you can see what the underfloor is going to add. It's going to give us a nice big boost in the low speed, it's in the high speed, sorry, and a bit of a top speed boost as well. But we are waiting for those to be built. Unfortunately, that is still to come. We have them in manufacturing, as you can see. I had enough money to get one started. It's 4 days away, but we will just about, I think, have enough time to get a second one built and put on the car in time for Baku, as long as they don't break one, I suppose. We're also going to need to build some more spare front wings because we only have the two right now. As things currently stand in the championship, you can see we lead Red Bull by 44 points in the constructors' standings. In the drivers' standings, in the drivers' standings, we have a 9-point lead over Esteban Ocon going into tonight's Grand Prix. George is 6 points behind Lando Norris in the battle for third place, but they are over 100 points away from Oscar at the moment. So it's looking like it's a two-horse race for first and a two-horse race for third at the moment. I don't think George is going to be able to close that gap up to Oscar to be able to get in the hunt for the title as well. Let's have a look at our drivers. So, performance-wise, looking very nice. Good baseline pace stats there. Both drivers with their mentality boost, and with the confidence boost we should be on 100 across the board for their pace stats. The only thing that will be a little below will be overtaking, but not by much. Let's set some targets for tonight's Grand Prix. Let's have a look. Oh, third. Wants third for Oscar. Okay, well, I think we can do third. And it wants 6 for George. Again, I think we can do that as well. So we're going to go aggressive with the targets. Let's see how we do. Have we got any training or anything going on? We have an affiliate appearance for Jack. That's fine. So we'll send them out to Monza.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the Italian Grand Prix. Welcome to life in the fast lane. We're here at Monza in Italy, the home of Ferrari. But who will take home the points this weekend?
Taking a look at the top of the constructors' standings, we've got a team that's starting to pull away. And while there are plenty of rounds left, the teams know their time is slowly running out.
Stay with us then, as the weekend gets underway.
Evening, Adrian. How are you doing? Right then, let's see. Do I want the rookies in the car? I think, yes, I do. Let's give Christian a run, and let's give Jack a run. put in some lower spec parts. Well, that is the lowest spec part we've got there. We'll put an older ERS in. And I'll stick with that gearbox. I don't want to take the risk on the other gearbox. We want, I think, 18 laps for Monza. I'm going to go 19 just in case. We want a very low downforce setup here. Very low downforce. So let me think, what is the best way to go about this? Let's go with a 1. Do I want to go 9 or do I want to go 9.5? I think probably with a 9. Yeah, let's go with a 9. We'll go with a 1.9. We'll go with something like that. And we'll make some subtle changes, I think, for Oscar's car, but we'll put them on very, very similar setups. How you doing, Dino? Let's see. You've got to stick with that engine because the other two are both dead. It's not ideal. ERS, again, I'm going to go with that one. And gearbox, got to go with that one. Don't really have a lot of choice in that in the matter there either. So, let me think on this one. Again, we want to go quite low on the downforce. Let's go a little bit different. So we'll put a little bit of extra front wing on this one. We'll go 1.5. Go with a 9 again. Go with the 1.9 again. Let's go with a little bit more toe there. Let's go with that. Similar, but a little different. And let's send the rookies out. I'm very well, thank you, Dino. How about yourself?
Green light.
Oh, damn it, I put them on the wrong tyres. Always something. I meant to put them on softs.
Radio check.
Yep, that's loud and clear.
Radio copy. Radio check, yep, loud and clear.
And we want to generate some temperature for this outlet.
To slide this tyre a little bit more, try and get it in the window.
Ah, nice. Up to Canada 26. Yeah, that shouldn't happen anymore, theoretically. There was excuse me, there was a problem with save files getting a little bit too big, and that caused the issue. They've put protections in place now. I mean, it never happened to me because I didn't think I ran the save long enough for that to be a potential issue, but
yeah,
theoretically it shouldn't crash anymore. Oh, look at that, we nailed it straight out the gate with Jack. That's awesome. Try and keep them on track as long as we can. Oh, VSC, please don't be one of my cars.
VSC. Delta positive.
Copy that.
There's Perez. Perez is out. His car just gave up by the look of it. He's really not happy, Bunny, is he? Might not be in Formula One next year. Announcement still pending from Red Bull, but pretty piss poor showing again this weekend from Checo. Evening, Safety Clerk. How are you today?
Any feedback?
Oh, look at that. We got it with Christian as well. Oh, that's amazing. It's been so long since we've done that first time out. I wish I put more fuel in the drivers now. Watching their development rate. Hopefully I can squeeze enough laps to keep them out. There we go, it's 100. You kind of felt bad for Sergio. I didn't. I felt bad for Valtteri. Horrible way for his final Grand Prix to fizzle out. Yeah, got 2 months. Back in February. Oh, Gasly's out as well. Oh, and his car just stopped. K-Mag incident was close. Yes, it was. You know, I mean, there was nothing you could do really in that one. You know, once those tyres locked, that was it. Disappointment for Magnussen as well, being involved in that. You know, in his final race. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, those things do have a habit of happening. And a couple of really stellar drives that we saw as well. Hamilton had a really, really great drive to end up, you know, getting 4th place. And Leclerc was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. That first lap, he made it, 11 places in the first lap? Superb stuff. Just picking his way through the issues in front of him. He was driving like a man possessed in that first stint. Easily driver of the day for me, Charles Leclerc. Evening, Jack. Am I enjoying the new update? Which update are you talking about? Talking about the one that added pit lane starts 1.9 or just the little bug fix 1.10 patch? Yeah, 1.9. I'm enjoying the pit lane starts.
Should be starting now.
That's a welcome addition to the game. I have this hope, and I said it as much on Reddit that I said I'm probably smoking the hopium, but given that this is almost certainly the last installment of the F1 Manager series, I really hope that they actually extend the support window past like the 3 or 4 months they normally do before diverting everything across to the next installment, and give this game a good year of support with new features being added in all the way through. Really give this game the polish it needs and deserves, because the structure of this game is so much of an improvement over the previous one. There are still some issues, but there are a lot of big improvements from the previous game, and I would love it if they just spent a year or so just working on this to iron out some of those bugs that are really pissing people off still. And just add in a few more features. Let the series go out with a bang rather than, a whimper. I mean, if they switch this to like a Jurassic World model as well, where they added in additional content with some DLCs in the next year or so, I would be up for that. If they added in GM Cadillac as an option to come into people's saves, if they added more headshots, more head models to the game, things like that. I mean, there's so much they could do with this franchise, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. It was never likely to be a financial success. It's a niche game within a niche. And unfortunately, by having an annual model where they just didn't provide enough support for the first 2 games, that drove away a large portion of the fan base that kept them away from this one. I said right from the very beginning, I said when the game very first came out in F1 Manager 22, I said I hope that it has a 2 or 3 year cycle before the next installment. I hope they don't make it an annual franchise, and lo and behold, it became an annual franchise. And I said that would be the worst possible thing for this game, would be making it an annual franchise. Make it a game that has a 2 year life cycle with like a big 1 year DLC to provide that that next season patch kind of thing with updated rosters and liveries and team names and all that stuff. Halfway through the game cycle, and then release the next installment the year after. That would have been, I think, a better model, because they would have had more time to flesh out the first game, iron out all the bugs, add in more features, and then that would have given them a really solid building point for the second installment, which would have been F1 Manager 24, and then again do the same again, do a mid-season update or a mid-cycle update for the 2025 season with a DLC to add in the new roster, the new liveries and stuff like that, and then the next full game, the start of 2026, the start of the new regs. But I think the franchise would have been more successful that way. But it's kind of irrelevant now. It's not going to change anything going forward. How you doing, Packins? How you doing, Victor? Gonna go out on the mediums again. I absolutely loved the little radio snippet we got from Oscar after his turn one punting from Max. You know, gets punted off the track, spins around. Max is a 360 and carries on. And Oscar's sitting there going, "Yep, move of a world champion right there." Made me chuckle. All right, can we get our car part knowledge all the way up? I don't think we can. Not in the remaining time. We can get it close, I think. I think we'll call it there. Save a little bit of mileage. 95% on the car parts is pretty good. It's not quite where I wanted it to be, but I mean it's close, and it'll go down again in the next race because we'll have the new underfloor. But if we can get it back to about this kind of point, maybe might be a little bit lower, but we'll see what we can do. We might be able to get close to 100% in the next race again. Why is it logging like that? You mean lagging? It's not lagging for me. Evening, Farrett. I've got a couple of car dev affiliates now, Dino. I've got both Duan and Tommy now working on car setup, I think. Or Duan might be doing sponsors, I'm not sure. But Tommy's definitely on car development. I think Duan is as well. In preparation for the sprints coming up from Kota Brazil and Qatar. All right, we've got a penalty for Logan. Nobody else. We get 100% anyway, thanks to the boost from our affiliates.
There's tension in the air today, so it must be time for qualifying.
As we've already seen, Monza is a fast circuit. And it's no wonder the locals call it La Pista Magica, the magic track. For 80% of this lap, the cars are at full throttle, and the engines will need to give it everything they've got here in qualifying.
Now, there's been a bit of talk lately about Oscar Piastri. Karun, how's he been doing?
Well, neither teammate has really managed to score well so far. Perhaps picking up a few points this weekend would spur on a bit of healthy rivalry.
Here we go, folks. It's time to get started.
All right, and with the good stuff, we'll go with the 94% engine, the 94% ERS, and we'll stick with that gearbox. That'll be fine. Moving over to George. We go with a 78. We're saving the 99% engine because that is going to require a penalty part. Same for the ERS. That will require a penalty, so we'll do that at the next race. And same with the gearbox as well. All right.
Okay, that's a green light.
There goes Lewis, out nice and early. We'll jump out behind Fernando. And Perez will jump out behind us. So in logo news, popped a couple of new tutorials up over the weekend. The Golf and Martini sponsor logos are now available to do on the channel. Martini's about 5 minutes long, really easy. Golf's only about 15 minutes. And then the Cadillac tutorial is just over half an hour. And on top of that, I have finished reworking my camel logo. I've got it all plotted out and ready to go. And after tonight's stream, I will be recording a camel tutorial as well. So that will be up on the channel late tonight, early tomorrow. And then tomorrow I'm going to be playing and recording some more Empire of the Ants. So that will be back Wednesday. Not that many missions left in that game now, I don't think.
The temperatures all look fine. Good gap in front.
You're good to open the lap.
Happy with temps. Circuit is all clear ahead now.
And hopefully, at some point this week, I will start to record some truck driving footage for the new channel. Hopefully. No guarantees on that. Right, Oscar is purple in the first. couple of tenths up there, or tenth and a half up on George. That's 2.5 tenths, so he's about 4 tenths up now. Hamilton set the time of a 1:19.8. Alonso goes a 1:19.7. Oscar goes a 1:19.7. George does a 1:20.1. So, yeah, 4 tenths slower.
Needs to be negative at the end.
There you go, look, 4 tenths. 2 thousandths short of 4 tenths. Not a bad first run. Oscar will definitely be safe. Russell should be safe.
We will box.
But it's not a guarantee. Depends on slipstream runs for other cars. This is definitely a circuit where slipstreaming makes a hell of a difference. You see Perez there behind George getting that toe. Actually went quicker than George by over a tenth as a result. Let's prep them up for another run just in case. What I'll probably do is just send George out behind someone else, though, rather than sending him out behind Oscar. Leclerc's gone quickest now. Now Ocon's up there, but 1,000th of a second quicker than us. George down to 12th. That's not comfortable. And we'll go out behind Leclerc. Here comes Hamilton on a flying lap in the background. Don't think Haas is on a fly, I'm not sure.
Should do some work on the brakes. Coming.
Oh, Hamilton's just finished his lap. He's gone up to second. Ferrari first and second. They've got a little bit of pace all of a sudden. Perez behind is on an outlap. Oh no, Perez is just leaving. So it's Lawson who's behind us, and he's on an in-lap as well. Okay, that's good. That takes a little bit of pressure away from a potential pullover. Gasly, Lawson, Pourchaire, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo and Van Dorn currently in the drop zone. Teams are going to be starting their final runs in just a moment, if they haven't already. See Norris pulling out of the pits now. And Salvers, and Ricciardo's coming out as well. Yeah, they're all coming out right as we're coming round. Lovely stuff. So this could go really well for us, or it could go really badly. We just have to wait and see if the traffic gets in our way or not.
You got a good gap ahead. And good to go.
Hopefully, if we do get held up, we won't get knocked out. That would not be good. Sainz moves up to 7th. Leclerc improves, as does George. Not sure if he's close enough to get the full slipstream here, but he should be getting some benefit from it. A little lift. That hurts. It's not a good place to have a little lift at the start of this straight. No improvement for Leclerc or George in the middle. We've got traffic through Ascari. Slaps a bust. It slaps a bust.
Yeah, coming.
So now our fate is in the hands of the gods.
And stop on your marks. Switch off.
So let's take a look. Stroll comes up to the line. Stroll goes through to 14th. There's Ricardo. Where's Porsche? He's up there with Ricardo. Joe's there as well. So, we are safe. There's only 3 cars that can try and improve below us. And there are 4 spaces to knock us out. So we are through. Now it's a question of who will join Van Dorn and Lawson. Up to the line comes Joe. Joe goes through. That knocks out Max. Verstappen's out. Ricardo is out. Porsche goes top with a 119.3. So Hulkenberg is out, along with Lawson, Ricardo, Van Dorn, Verstappen and Gasly. Both Astons out. And Ricardo out as well. That is not good for McLaren. Good for us, not for McLaren. We have another penalty now. Fittipaldi has a penalty. Must be a change of parts. Let's have a look. So, we're looking at Sargent. Sargent's running a new powertrain this weekend, new engine. And let's take a look at Fittipaldi, is also running a brand new engine. So that's why they've got penalties. Into Q2. Again, we're going to wait.
Green light.
There we go. We'll go out behind Norris. And now we've got Alonso coming out as well, and Perez. Perez getting a tow behind Alonso this time. Or trying to. He's a bit far behind, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit too far behind. I get a couple of thumbnails I've forgotten on some of the last couple of races. I need to do some thumbnails for the last 2 races, actually, I think.
Temperature's okay.
Got too engrossed in the racing.
Straight out.
Right, let's see
So Oscar
what we
happy
can
to
do
open a lap.
on a set of scrubs.
We're happy where we are on tyres. Good gaps ahead of everyone.
Got a Ferrari in front of us on an outlap. That is Hamilton. Ocon also going into a Ascari now on his outlap. We're not going to catch him, so he won't get in our way. George not close enough to the back of Oscar, really. Oscar is close enough to the back of Norris, though. Norris has gone quicker than us in the first. There we go, purple in the middle for Oscar. Ferrari potentially held us up there. I hope it didn't. But it does look like George is a lot closer to the back of Oscar, so this is a busted lap for Oscar. But it will be a very good final sector for George. Still get a nice little toe off the back of Oscar now. 1:19.6 for Lando. Yeah, a second off the pace in the end for Oscar, so they both need to run again.
Remember, the delta needs to be
I think
negative at the safety car line.
Oscar absolutely needs to run again. Let's not take any chances. Let's put on a fresh set of tyres for George. Oscars are good enough.
Science is coming through now.
And Sainz goes P6. Oscar currently in the drop zone. Fittipaldi goes 12th. Porsche starting his flying lap. He's going to have a little bit of traffic at the chicane. Red Bull in the way. That might have held him up. That Ferrari behind us is on an outlap. An in-lap. That's Leclerc. Hamilton just leaving the pits now, along with Norris. Alonso's on his outlap. I think he was the RB or the Red Bull that held up Porsche in the chicane. And this should be, hopefully, a little improvement for George and a monster improvement for Oscar.
Just coming to the window. So all clear ahead. Good to go.
All depends now on where we catch Hamilton and
Oscar,
Norris.
we've got a clear track ahead. Let's go.
George went purple. Oscar went even quicker with that toe. He's going to be right on the gearbox of George as we go across the line at this rate. Yellow flag in front.
Yellow's ahead.
Spin for Teo
Now
on the
look,
exit of the
here we head
chicane.
into turn 2. Whoa! And around they spin.
I think that's his
And
in-lap, so
ultimately,
that shouldn't
just
be
unable
an
to
issue
bring the-
for him. But he might damage the underfloor. Look how quickly we are closing on the back of George here. Oh, god damn it. Both drivers getting held up behind Hamilton. Is that going to completely bust these laps as well? It busted George's lap. He didn't get an improvement. Oscar still managed to get an improvement. Evening, Sean.
That's currently P4.
We should be safe.
Charge on and pull the car, please. Copy.
Leclerc's still in the garage. Here he goes. Let's keep an eye on this lap. Sargent improves to P10. Valtteri coming round. I think, is that Valtteri or is it Fittipaldi? It was Valtteri. Valtteri goes P11, doesn't improve. Fittipaldi's on the run up to us, Parabolica now. A bit of traffic ahead now on the run to Ascari. Jumps out of the way of Leclerc. Gets a little hold up there, has to lift slightly. Get out the way of, or for the Alpine to get out of his way. That's Zhou. Pourchaire is into 9th, Sainz into 10th, so Sargent is out. Leclerc goes top with a 119.2. George now actually at risk. Where is Tsunoda? Still in the garage. Tsunoda's not running. Must be having to change a part or change his setup, so that might be a pit lane start for Tsunoda. Let's see. Perez starts flying lap. He's not going to have time to cross the line. I don't think, unless he's on. Yeah, I don't think Perez is out. He's got a chance. Perez is out. Didn't cross the line in time to start that flying lap. Fittipaldi's already done. It's just Zhou. If Pourchaire improves and Zhou improves, that will knock out George. Sainz into 11th place and out. Pourchaire improves to 4th, so now we are in danger. George is out. Zhou goes 2nd. George out in P11. That is not ideal. Damn it. Both Ferraris, though, are through. And Leclerc 1st, Hamilton 10th. But George has been eliminated in Q2. Damn. Thought he'd be safe. So, that puts the pressure on.
so the track will go green.
We'll do 2 laps on this set of tyres, and then we'll put another set of tyres on for 1 lap if we need to. Pole is going to be decided by a slipstream, I think. You running your own team, Sean, or are you running Sauber? Or did you sign Bottas for a different team?
Tyre temperatures look good. Good gap in front.
Let's go.
Porsche might get in our way. Alonso won't. We should be quicker than Stroll here. Oh, damn it, Teo.
Didn't get out of the way.
Yeah, we saw that.
So this lap's a bust, but it will give us some confidence that we can then try and build on with a second flying lap. We're going to be setting personal bests in every sector. Ocon flying at the moment. He's just gone purple in both sectors. Stroll goes top. We're going to go second temporarily. .9, 1.6 seconds slower than Ocon's time. You can see the confidence already starting to bleed away a little bit. But hopefully we'll have clear track for the second lap. Chart doesn't really help to say when you've got heavy traffic or not. You could have just one other car on track, but if you catch it in just the wrong spot, that's it. Lap's busted. And that's what happened to us. We didn't have heavy traffic. We had one car in the way, and it completely screwed us over.
tyres are reaching the upper end of the temperature window. Tyre temperatures
All right, here we go, second lap.
This could be difficult with traffic at the end of the lap. You're good to open the lap.
Porsche should move out of the way before we hit the chicane. And does.
We saw that.
And now we have a clear track for the rest of this lap. All right, purple in the first. Good start. Red Bull currently locking out the front row, first and second. Purple in the middle. And purple in the third. We take the top spot by 1.5 tenths. 5 minutes to go.
Yep.
Hamilton still hasn't set a time yet. Right, out goes Valtteri. Claire coming up to Ascari on his build lap. There goes Norris. And the Red Bulls are going out, and we're going to go out behind the Red Bull. There's Stroll. I don't think Hamilton's coming out, you know. I wonder if he's got a penalty. Like a pit lane start. And it's going to be a horrible lap for Leclerc. He's going to get impeded so much.
Warm the tyres where you can. Yep.
Porsche leaving the pits. Last call. Are we going to see Lewis sit out this session? I think we are. And I don't know if Porsche is going to get round in time, you know. Leclerc has found an improvement in the first sector despite potentially being held up there. Which Red Bull is which? Ocon tucked up right behind Alonso. No, tucked up right behind Norris. So Norris is going to get a mighty slipstream here for Alonso and Ocon. And us. If anything, we're perfectly positioned. As Leclerc goes second. Just 19,000 slower. He must have got through without being held up in the first sector. Or if he did get held up in the first sector, it cost him pole. He was purple everywhere else.
So Oscar happy to open a lap.
Ocon's trying to squeeze his way through. This is going to hold them up. And we're far enough back that we're not going to suffer from this. Yeah, Hamilton is out in 10th. No improvement in the first sector. That's okay. This is where we really stand to benefit. They're all squabbling in front of us. We're close enough to get a really nice toe hit. Go purple in the middle. Oh, damn it. Leclerc. This lap's busted. So now it's a three-way shootout for pole position between these three. Can they take it? Ocon slips through on the inside, but he hasn't improved anywhere. Alonso's getting a toe hit. And none of them improve. We hang on to pole position by just 19 thousandths of a second. Stroll moves up to 6th at the end there. And that is everybody done. Pourchaire did not get across the line in time to start his flying lap. So he will start from 9th. We're on pole. Fantastic.
Well, it won't be long before the drivers hit the track for 53 laps around Monza in what should be a fast and fantastic race.
Monza has seen some incredible moments in the past. Pierre Gasly's unexpected 2020 victory reminded us of how wonderfully unpredictable this sport can be.
At Monza, the aim is clear. Pure acceleration is what the track demands, and every F1 driver is only too happy to submit. Cars that struggle for downforce elsewhere can really come into their own around this gem of a circuit. It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
All right. I'm going to be looking for something like this. Going to try and look after our mediums at the start. I'm expecting most teams to go mediums to hards. We may see a couple of two stops, but I think if we can really look after our tyres, the one stop, mediums to softs, should serve us very, very well. Of course, if it's a safety car, that throws everything out the window. But if it's an early safety car, we can go off the mediums onto softs and then do soft to the end. So, strategies are chosen. Let's send them to the grid for the start of the Italian Grand Prix.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. Our attention shifts to Lewis Hamilton and what he can produce in this race.
No one really wants to start at P20, but that's the challenge they face today.
Yeah, pit lane start for Hamilton.
This should certainly be a good one, folks.
Who else? Who else is starting from the pits?
Here we go. It's the Italian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Tsunoda, Hamilton and Hülkenberg all starting from the pits. Oscar gets into turn 1 ahead.
Overtake is available.
Come on.
Can we get a run up the inside of Porsche? He's got a toe on the back of Norris.
DRS enabled. Currently P1. Okay, Leclerc is the car behind.
Stroll and Zhou swapping places for 3rd and 4th. Sorry, 4th and 5th. Oh, and Alonso runs over the gravel, loses a whole bunch of positions. He's down to 12th. And we get past Porsche. Ocon moves through, but that's fine. I don't want to be leading.
Plenty to play for.
Key thing is to keep the tyre in good shape. Keep the tyre in good shape.
Okay.
If we could just drop that a bit.
Yeah.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Looks like we might get Norris here as well. We do. And can we immediately slingshot past Valtteri? Valtteri goes to the outside line. We briefly had a slipstream advantage on him then. Alonso's picked up damage. That must be underfloor damage. Yeah, that wing looks fine. That must be underfloor from going over the curb. That happened to me at the weekend with our Porsche file. Both my drivers went wide on that curb there on the exit of the first chicane and damaged their underfloors very early on in the Grand Prix.
Overtaking is very, very difficult.
There's still opportunities here.
Valtteri's about to lose the DRS.
Copy. Recharge you on, please. Yeah.
Just kept it this lap.
Overtake is available. Charge the pack. George recommends we start bringing the battery back up.
So Oscar, we can look after this tyre.
Copy.
New fastest laps being set by multiple drivers. Oh, nearly a collision then between Porsche and Norris. And we have a yellow flag. Is that Enzo? No, Tsunoda has spun, I think.
Here we've got a yellow flag.
Yep. Yuki Tsunoda. Blocking traffic. That's dropped them 5 seconds off the back. Alonso gets past Hamilton, or Hamilton gets past Alonso, sorry, up to 17th.
Just focus now on the management.
Coming.
And another yellow flag, and that's Joe. That's a VSC. Oh, Leclerc as well. There you see Joe in the background. Look,
Yeah. Copy.
there's Leclerc. He's got a massively damaged wing there. Left element is broken by half. It's gone completely on the right by the look of it. Joe is in the wall. That's his race done. And now we can rebuild the batteries.
That's not looking good for Charles Leclerc. And it was involving Leclerc this
Oh,
time.
it's right behind us as well.
Tries to get by, and you can see how the cars
Just
come
locks
together.
up.
That will have knocked their confidence, I'm sure.
And it looks like Leclerc's got some major rear wing damage as well. So Leclerc's pretty much
And for the
done
crew watching on
in
the
this race. He's going to
garage,
get a penalty
it really
for
must
that.
have been a hard one to take.
He's going to have some serious damage to his car. He's still going, I think, but he's in a bit of a state. Yeah, he's missing half his wing. That's Leclerc done. They should retire that car, but they won't. I bet you they keep it out there. So a good potential race for Ferrari has just gone gradually from bad to worse. Hamilton, first of all, getting into the top 10, then having to start from the
Just
pit
keep your
lane.
eyes peeled.
And now Leclerc, pretty much completely busted. He will be finishing last if he keeps going. He's still going. There's his penalty. We've got a big gap now between Stroll and Piastri, so we've got a two-car
Currently, that is P7.
little breakaway at the front,
Far ahead is Alonso.
and a fault for Porsche.
But there, oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
Let's see if we can figure out what Porsche's issue is. Engine, I would imagine, looking at that. Let's take a look at Ocon's car. Ooh, could have some gearbox problems as the race progresses.
Copy.
Let's take a look at tyres. Everybody, absolutely everybody, on the mediums. See that additional damage to the tyres for Leclerc after that lockup.
Cool the car.
Copy. Copy.
While we're under VSC, we'll just protect the car a little bit more. And this has effectively turned this race into a two-horse race now between Ocon and Oscar. That's a big old gap. VSC about to end.
Yes, the ending.
Copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
Now we go back to green flag running.
DRS enabled.
Lovely stuff.
Good job. We think there's still opportunities here.
Stroll is now the car behind.
Gap to Stroll 4.0. 4.0.
Overtake is available. Copy.
There are opportunities ahead. Car behind is Lando.
Yeah, copy.
Overtake will be available.
Copy.
And up the inside into Ascari for George. Got to push and push and push now to close up the gap. Not as big as I thought it was. I was forgetting it's a VSC gap, not a real gap. So 2.5 seconds,
Nice work. So this is currently P5.
not 5.
Oh, it's a car ahead. Gap ahead 1.6.
Suggest increased LICO.
Copy.
New fastest lap for Stroll as well. Oh yeah, very fast compared to us. So the gap was a little bit bigger than 2.5 seconds, but it's been closed down thanks to just a lot of heavy pushing there from Stroll. And Norris immediately says, thanks for the hard work and punching the hole in the air. I'll take that place from you.
Nice work, Oscar. Currently P1.
Keep an eye on the temps.
And if we could just do a little bit more lift and coast.
We've left Valtteri and Porsche behind. And Norris is pushing hard to close that gap back up to Oscar and Ocon.
Gap to Lando currently 2.4.
Let them wear out their tyres a bit more before we really start to use some pace.
So happy to drop a little bit of management. So happy to drop lift and coast.
Oscar, suggest reduce a bit lift and coast.
Yeah.
I love the strategic element of racing here at Monza. It's not just go flat out and hope for the best. You know, there's a lot more nuance to winning this race, especially on a one stop. Right now, I'm just trying to make sure that Norris doesn't get straight into that DRS zone. That's why I'm pushing Oscar's fuel a little bit, just to extend his braking zone slightly. And there we go, Norris has caught back up now.
Lift off end of straight.
Okay.
So let's try and just push the pace a little bit at the front.
Overtake available.
Now that we have the lead.
Suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast.
Break that toe again if we can. It will leave George slightly adrift, but we're building his battery up so that when he gets through, he can just blitz his way up. We've almost dropped Ocon. In fact, we have dropped Ocon. He's just kept the DRS, I think. Maybe not. No, he didn't get it. He didn't get it.
Use the pace now. More lift and coast for these PU temps.
That was fastest lap.
Yes, it was. 125.5. 1.7 seconds quicker than Ocon on that lap.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up.
Copy.
So currently P5, got Norris car ahead.
Now we need to start looking to move George forward.
So Valtteri car behind. 1.6 behind. So happy to push now.
Roger.
We'll have overtake available.
Copy.
Happy to use the tyre more now. Charge the pack. And introduce more management.
There we go.
Copy.
Behind Norris now. We've got a 3.5 second gap
Pack is low.
to Esteban now.
Okay, recharge on.
See if Ocon can close that back up. Looks like we're going to get the move done here after all.
Gap 0.8, he has DRS.
Maybe not.
Flat out. And overtake is available. Just reduce your speed.
Yeah, copy. Far line, clear right.
Keep your head down.
Did Stroll get the DRS just? But he's looking like he might lose it on the next lap. Leclerc with damage. More damage. Must have hit his underfloor on the on one of the curves. I don't know if his wing is broken, you know. It keeps glitching in and out of visuality. But I mean, he's down in 19th. His race is done.
Stroll car behind.
And Ocon is falling further and further behind. His tyre's not good enough at the moment. We're going to try and punch past Norris on the exit of Parabolica. Stroll gets back into DRS.
Stroll has DRS. Overtake available.
This is where I want to try and get the move done on the main straight, so that we can then try and break away from Norris through Curva Grande.
Just give us some feedback on the tyres.
Beautiful stuff. And now it should be a short hop, skip and a jump onto the back of Esteban Ocon.
That was a nice move.
And hopefully we can leave Norris behind as well.
Ocon ahead. Gap 2.3.
Could we be on for a 1-2 today? That would be glorious. And if something were to happen to Ocon, that gearbox, which is looking a little ropey, that suddenly starts to play up. That would be amazing.
Let's just keep these tyres in good condition.
If he were to drop out of the race, or at least drop out of the top 10. We go around the outside of Parabolica. We'll get the DRS as well.
Nice one.
Good job. Next car's Piastri. 4.8.
And there we go.
Happy to start reducing that management.
Porsche with some problems.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
It's escalated up to orange. His engine is playing up. That's really not good. Temperatures on this track in the dirty air will go through the roof if you're not careful. So Porsche could well overheat and blow up here. Damien Wayne. Yeah, running like this, that's going to be absolutely killing his engine temps. We're at 118 on his engine on the last lap. That's hot. Ours are hot, but we're pushing. So you're going to drop that down.
George, we still need to increase
both cars now.
More lift and coast. Copy.
Also going to encourage
Now
Ocon to move in front, so I can get the battery fully charged up and then break away from him before his tyres give up entirely. It also opens up the gap a little bit between Oscar and George to allow them to box on the same lap if necessary, without a major risk of holding them up. We'd love to have a bit more battery for Oscar, but we needed to use it to break that gap open. Can we hold off Norris? No, we can't. Frustrating.
Norris behind.
Not the end of the world. Problem for Alonso.
So
Did he run over the gravel? I think he must have done. He's lost a few places. And a bit of time as well. He must have gone wide over the chicane. Has damage to his car. Don't see anything obvious damage-wise. It must be a broken underfloor. It's so easy to do at the circuits. Just break that underfloor. We get past both of them. We'll let Norris go back around. Here we go. Now Perez has got some damage. He's done the same. He's gone over the curves. Evening, Harvey.
Overtake available. So happy to drop, lift and coast. Overtake is available.
Through we go. And off we go.
So currently at P2. So next car will be Piastri.
Another collision.
Gap 6.5.
Or more damage. Yeah, Valtteri. I think. Oh no, it's Sainz. Valtteri picked up some damage. He must have damaged his underfloor. No. Sainz just punting that Haas out of the way. Was it Checo?
They're not what everyone in the garage would have wanted.
Or was it Lawson? It was Checo. All right, we've broken away from Norris. A spin for Van Dorn. Leclerc's into the pits.
Now we're approaching turn 2. And round they spin. And once it started, they were pretty powerless to do anything.
So, penalty served. New tyres on.
So we need to introduce more lift and coast.
Hard tyres. Going to try and go to the end, but it's a bit of a distance. Racing incident between Sainz and Perez. Let's see, Piastri just lapping a good 3 to 6 tenths quicker than Norris and Ocon. Sainz into the pits now. That damaged wing he just broke on the back of Perez's car. And he has to wait for Fittipaldi to go through. Yuki's in for a quick stop. Fittipaldi just delayed slightly leaving because of Tsunoda going through there. And they're a long way ahead of Leclerc. We're not far away from lapping Leclerc, actually. There's us, just coming onto the straight there, on the run to Parabolica. What is Leclerc's pace? Won't see it till the next lap. Let Ocon and Norris scrap away behind us. 127.2 for Oscar. 127.1 for George. Norris is into the pits. And is that a new issue for Porsche?
Looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
Hasn't gone red, so his engine hasn't given up yet. Decent stop for Norris. In comes Stroll and Sargent. Perez coming in as well. Oh, he's got a hole in his wing. He's screwed. .127.1 for Ocon on that last lap. Now 3.5 seconds behind George. Bottas up to 4th.
So Piastri next car. We got Ocon behind.
We are looking very, very comfortable right now.
7.
Bottas is boxing this lap. Oh, and there we go. Porsche's engine.
Oh dear, oh dear. What a miserable way to bow out of this one.
What was the other fault that he has? ERS. Yeah, he's cooked that engine in a big way, look. That'll be a retirement. He's slowing down and holding up Hamilton here as well, giving a face full of smoke. And Hamilton's into the pits, as is Ricciardo of Valtteri. And then it's a retirement for Porsche. So we're looking very comfortable right now. 4 seconds between our drivers. Ocon's now 5 seconds behind George. The 1-2 is very much on. Gasly now in P4, yet to stop ahead of Alonso. Struggling a little bit with that damaged underfloor. Leclerc is lapping about half a second quicker than we are right now on those brand new hard tyres. He's still got some pace in that Ferrari. And there's Norris. Norris is going to get DRS off the back of Gasly here. He's going to go around the outside of Gasly. And he'll immediately swoop past Alonso as well. Now Alonso dives into the pits. So a completely uncontested run down the main straight there with DRS for Lando. 126.0, yeah, that's quick. We are going to come out behind the leaders when we do make our stop, but we're going to be on brand new softs against, you know, semi-worn hards. Ocon is now another 1.3 seconds back from George. George actually lapping about 4/10 quicker than Oscar right now because I think he's got that higher confidence, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference. Yeah, the only difference is actually Ocon's overtaking stats slightly higher. But George having a good race at the moment. In that hunt for fourth place with, for third place with Norris right now in the driver's standings. So a good result here for George will move him hopefully above Lando. Depends where Lando finishes. We have a 28 second or 27.5 second gap to Norris with Oscar at the moment. That's going to come down though, as he sets a new fastest lap of a 125.2. Yeah, absolutely flying on that lap. Gasly comes in. See where he drops out as Hulkenberg develops a fault now.
The upshifts are degrading. Upshift.
Gearbox issues for Nico. Decent stop there for Gasly. Wilson comes in. We have a yellow flag. Is that Stroll?
Look out for debris.
It is Stroll.
And it looks as though there's been an incident for Lance Stroll.
He's going to get punted. Punted by the Alpine. Was it Sargent that hit him?
And not...
It was Sargent. God, look at the damage that's being done to everybody's cars. That's crazy.
We are ready for you.
Pit window opening up very, very soon.
We're ready for you.
5-second penalty for Logan Sargent to be added to his pit stop, and Ocon comes in. Decent stop. Not blisteringly quick, but good enough. Should get out a comfortable P4. New fastest lap for Lewis Hamilton at 124.8. Tries to find his way past Ricciardo. Gets pushed wide. All of Ferrari's hopes are riding with him right now. You see that gap to Norris now down to just 25 seconds. we will come out behind Norris, but we have a chance to maybe get out around the back of Ocon, you know, just in front or just behind. And everyone has stopped now, apart from us. We're the only cars yet to stop. So Logan Sargent is P5 on merit right now, which is crazy. And he's not that far off the back of Ocon. He might, if he's lucky, get DRS here as Ocon's warming his tyres up. He can stay with him. He's got a chance of actually getting a decent position at the end of the race here. Tsunoda with a 124.8. That's fractionally quicker than Hamilton's time. How close is that? 6,000's quicker. Oh, and there we go. Ocon's gone. Ocon started to push. Purple in the first sector.
And when you can, feedback on your tyres. Rear dropping.
Use the tyre.
Let's go flat out.
Batteries are almost back to 100% for Oscar. A little bit less for George, but not too much less. Engine temps are back nice in healthy areas.
We are happy with these tyres.
And now Ocon sets a fastest lap of a 123.2. Wow, that is quick. Look at that, 1.6 seconds quicker than Yuki Tsunoda nearly. Ocon is flying.
Maximum pace, maximum pace.
Yeah, copy. Box this lap.
Copy. Box. Box, box.
Copy, box.
Okay, let's see what you got then.
Okay.
So Norris is just 21 seconds behind. We should, with Oscar, get just out, maybe in front of Ocon. It'll be tight with Ocon. Russell will come out behind Ocon, hopefully ahead of Stroll, Sargent, but maybe just behind. Oh, Ricciardo moves through now. So George should come out somewhere around Ricciardo, maybe ahead, maybe behind.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Recharge off.
All right, into the pits then for Oscar Piastri.
Oscar Pittman.
Fault for Valtteri.
Struggling with deployment.
.2. It's not bad, but I don't know if we'll get points from that. There goes Norris. There's Ocon in the background.
Currently that's P3. So ahead of you is Lando. Gap to Lando currently 3.0.
So it's going to be tight
Ocon
with
is
Russell. He
behind.
might just get out in front of Ocon.
25 laps to go.
In he comes. .2, decent stop. Again, don't think it was good enough for points. There goes Norris. There goes Oscar. There is Ocon. Oh, he just gets us on the braking, or does he?
At the moment. Ocon
Oh shit, don't go wide like that. Ah,
Sergeant
hope we didn't damage the underfloor there. Hamilton now up to P5. Norris's tyres, 78%. Ocon's tyres definitely healthier because he boxed a fair bit later. George should get DRS here.
Oscar, you can reduce the LICO slightly.
Copy.
Going to go for a flying lap attempt with both drivers here.
Maximum pace. Copy.
Okay, so let's just get head down now. So we got Lewis car behind.
Bouncing on the limiter as Ocon just blocks us all the way down the main straight there. And there we go. So we finally get through. Purple first sector for Oscar. It won't be that for George.
So we roll.
Nice job, mate. Currently P3. Next car's Piastri. Gap ahead 6.0.
Oscar, meanwhile, absolutely flying.
Temperatures are good.
Copy.
Charge the pack.
Yeah, copy.
I'm not going to break away from Norris, so
That's a good lap.
from Ocon, sorry. So we'll ease off again.
We still need more lift and
We're
coast.
almost caught the back of Norris, so we'll push until we get him, and then we'll immediately slam into saving mode.
Take will be available.
Copy.
There we go. Through he goes.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery back up.
Copy.
Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Copy.
122.1.
Recharge on.
That's quick. 1.2 seconds. Sorry, 1.1 seconds quicker than Ocon's lap. Should be safe, but not a guarantee, especially if anyone's two-stopping and they throw fresh softs on towards the end. Let's take a look. Few cars that are on 60%, so Max, Sonoda, Sainz with an issue. Sainz is spun or locked up. His tyres just plummeted, so Sainz is stopping again.
Now we can see what happens. Right, let's have a look as we go into turn 4. The brakes couldn't cope.
So nearly hit the back of that Red Bull then, or that RB.
Nice job. So next car will be Piastri.
Overtaking is very, very difficult.
Still plenty of opportunities. Take care.
Coming.
Ocon behind you. We think you can manage more.
Alright, copy that. That was a nice move.
This is good. Currently running P3. So Piastri next car. Gap ahead 7.7.
Suggest increased LICO.
Copy.
Don't want to lose too much time.
All right, George is now ready to punch through.
Car behind is Lewis.
Hamilton up to P5. Not that far behind either.
And happy to pick up the pushing level.
Oh, we got a safety car. Ooh, now this is going to make things very interesting because a lot of people are going to box.
Yeah, Roger.
Focus on peak braking.
So are we.
Okay, so we just need to get into that management.
Yeah, Paris's car just gave up.
No curbs.
Copy.
Call the PU where you can, please.
Yeah, copy.
I was going to suggest reduce a bit lift and coast.
Copy.
Lando's pitting.
Yeah, copy.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
Does it? Does it really? We get another bite at the cherry for a fast pit stop here. Oh, beautiful. 2.0. That's got to be worth some points. Fifth. Another 2.2. That won't be good enough. But this is going to concertina that whole field back up again.
P2.
Sargent serving that penalty. This is going to hurt him. And a wing change as well.
Pack is high.
And he finally gets going again. Alonso's down in 12th place right now as well.
Could be a debris.
Gasly stayed out.
Currently P4.
That could make things interesting.
Yeah, 1.3. Got Lewis, car behind.
Max has put on a set of hard tyres. So's Stoffel.
Remaining.
What does Charles do?
Currently, that is P17.
Softs. I think, yep, softs. And same for Hulkenberg. So we're going to have a sprint race to finish this race off. No one's been lapped, so we don't have to worry about letting cars through. Might not even let Lawson catch up. I think that's it for
But the car's
Hulkenberg.
definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
No, maybe not. I was looking at Porsche, but it's not good. Whatever it is, it's not good. It's gone orange. Gearbox. So, Ricciardo, Bottas, Alonso, Fittipaldi, they all have damaged underfloors. Leclerc has just a really damaged car in general. Hulkenberg has got a serious gearbox issue. What does Stoffel have? What's his issue? He has a minor gearbox issue. That safety car had come just a few laps earlier, I probably would have stayed out.
Copy.
But I didn't want to give up a 15% tyre advantage on the softs, which is what we would have done if we'd stayed out. It also means it's going to be game on now for the fastest lap as well, because that's definitely going to tumble. You'd imagine the safety car will come in at the end of this lap. Lawson should reach the back of the train on this lap. There he is in the background. It's only 8 seconds off the back of the pack.
Starting to see signs of some overheating.
Should find out if we're coming in when we get to Ascari. Yes, we are.
Safety car ending this lap. For the restart, we suggest use overtake at part throttle.
Copy.
Suggest reduce a bit, lift and coast.
Yeah.
Recharge off.
Copy. Yeah. Copy.
We can use the pace now.
Copy.
Safety car pit entry.
No overtaking. Nice to get past.
Copy.
Just show me what you've got then.
Yeah.
So off we go with a restart.
So ahead of you is Lando.
A lot of cars changing position through the chicane.
Plenty to play for.
Hamilton is all over George.
Oh, gap ahead, 0.6. Keep your head down.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Overtake will be available.
Copy.
Hamilton moves through. We will immediately try and retake the place. But it's unlikely we'll get it straight away.
DRS has been enabled. Gap 0.3. Charge the pack.
Copy.
Make sure we get the pack back.
Overtake is available.
Copy. overtaking is very, very difficult.
We think there's still opportunities here. No hop done.
And we are through. That's a new fastest lap for Rock on 21.9. We haven't tried pushing yet.
Yeah.
So there's a lot more pace to be found.
And Oscar, the pack is good.
Copy.
There are opportunities ahead.
And we have a yellow flag.
The recharge on is good.
Yeah.
Been a fairly big accident turn.
So not what I would call a fairly big accident, but both Astons getting problems at the chicane there. One getting tagged, the other one running wide into the gravel. What a disastrous race for Aston. Is that another yellow flag? It is, Ricardo.
Use the overtake button.
Let's take a closer look.
Into the
Let's have a
gravel
look
at
then
the first
turn
Lesmo.
6. And that's... Oh no, that's not quite what they would have wanted. Well, hopefully not a sign of things to come.
And that's going to drop him to the back of the grid.
Ahead of you is Lando. Okay, we don't want to lose too much time.
Copy.
Focus on recharge.
Copy.
Overtake available.
Copy. Copy.
Key thing is to keep the tyre in good shape. Keep the tyre in good shape.
Now we push Norris out wide.
Pack is high.
Yeah. Copy. Sweet.
Okay, well done.
Car ahead is Ocon.
Lewis behind. Gap 0.5.
Valtteri and Sargent could both be on for monster points here today.
So currently that is P4. Norris car ahead.
Comparatively speaking, you know, for them, those points would be
So we've got
huge.
Lewis car behind. Gap is 0.4.
Sargent especially.
So next car will be Piastri. Gap ahead at 1.0.
Okay. If this continues like this, I'll go ahead and overtake.
And recharge on.
Copy. Copy.
Use overtake.
Copy. Copy.
We'll have overtake available.
Copy.
Right, fastest lap attempts coming up on the next lap.
Norris car ahead. Gap 0.2.
Oscar through into the lead. Russell about to move up into P3.
Nice. Good job.
So we roll.
This is good. Ocon ahead. So gap ahead 1.4.
Yellow flag.
Possibly some debris between turns 1 and 2.
Another crash. Another problem for Van Dorn. Oh, my word.
There! Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
That's not the crash.
We've got Ricardo here in a spot of bother.
Oh, my word. Ricardo, he's had such a poor season. He started off promisingly and then just gets punted. And his ring's broken. Look.
From behind.
There goes George up into second. He could have a purple middle sector here. No, he doesn't. Hulkenberg gets the penalty.
You got fastest lap.
Your recharge on is good.
And if you can just cool the
120.8 and a 121.1. I had a feeling we could get into the 120s. Now we have to save tyres like crazy to cool them down. Otherwise they will just melt. Look at the drop off from that 1.5 laps at that pace.
Yeah, he did get DRS. So we need to make sure we stay ahead of him. Ocon has DRS.
And Norris is back. We try and hold up Ocon a little bit. The ideal scenario would be for Hamilton to get on the podium to take points away from both Ocon and Norris, but if not, which I don't think is likely to happen, Ocon ahead of Norris would probably be a little bit better for us, because we're still going to get a big chunk of points with Oscar winning and Ocon in third to stretch that gap, and with Russell second and Norris fourth, that's 5 points in the fight between George and Lando.
Gap 1 second. So Norris come behind. Let's give it everything now.
That was a nice move.
Nice, nice job. P2. Gap 4.5.
There we go, we're just opening that gap up. Let Oscar scamper off.
Need to push.
Another stop for Hulkenberg. Is that 3 stops for him now? It is. And we got a safety car. Oh.
Safety car deployed.
Recharge on.
Delta positive.
Fittipaldi's out.
Yep.
Focus on keeping temperature in the brakes and tyres.
This car's just given up look. In a really bad spot as well. No wonder there's a safety car. Might even go red. Ricardo's through. Yeah, it's just going to be a straight safety car, I think.
Just keep your eyes peeled for any debris.
Wonder if anyone's going to box. Gasly and Lawson have got the box. They've got nothing to lose. We're not boxing at all. We are more than good enough. We have the 1-2.
Currently,
Ricardo's in again. That makes sense for him.
You got Ocon behind. So 7 laps remaining.
That's the tyre situation. Let's see if anyone does heel off. No, they're staying out. I thought they would. Tyres will easily go to the end.
We're happy with the temps.
Oscar, fuel is okay.
Lift off end of straight.
Copy.
Well, thank you, Farah.
Stay off the curbs.
Copy.
Stable.
Yep.
So, how many laps are we actually going to have racing again? I wonder.
5 laps to go.
Copy.
Pack is high.
Copy.
Yep, fine.
Let's see, Sergeant P6, Valtteri's dropped down to 10th. Has a problem. What's his problem? ERS. Yeah, it's not ideal around this circuit. Ricardo rejoins the queue, just about. Hulkenberg a long way off still. Are we going to go racing again at the end of this lap? Yes, we are.
So safety cars in this. Just focus on getting these tyres where you need them for this restart. Just stay close to them.
Okay.
Possibly you can reduce the light there slightly.
Yeah.
Okay, use deploy.
Copy.
Safety car pit lane.
And as far as we can tell, They've got a fault
Could
with the
Leclerc
car.
actually still get some points here? Unlikely with that new fault that's just popped up. But you never know. Stranger things have happened.
3 laps to go.
Copy. An overtake is available.
Copy. Yeah, copy.
It's up to 12th. Alonso's in P7. That's a little annoying. He was outside the points earlier. I was hoping he'd stay outside the points.
We've got Ocon behind. Gap 2.3. Keep your head down.
We don't need to take any risks.
Yep. Copy.
Copy.
And if you could just give us tyre feedback.
The rear 11 now.
Recharge on is good.
Yep.
DRS enabled.
2 laps to go. You're doing well, mate. You're doing well.
Copy.
I don't like to see them hop in the curve like that.
George recommend we start bringing the battery back up.
Recharge on.
Yep.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Yep.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Hamilton could yet get through.
Copy.
Ocon could get swallowed up by a whole bunch of cars here.
Overtake available.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Go on, Hamilton, get past Ocon for me. Take more points off him. Hell, Sargent get past him as well. That would be amazing. Russell's going to take the win. Oscar will take second with the fastest lap. Ocon is going to get third, I think, unless it's a lunge. No, no lunge.
Copy.
Sargent is going to get Hamilton. He got him. No, Alonso's going to get him as well. No, that's extra points for Red Bull. No.
Pick up rubber.
And there we have it. Russell finishes in first place.
Just the perfect end to what has been a thrilling race.
Oh, I can't believe Alonso managed to sneak through as well. Oh, gutted.
Have to say, George Russell looks excellent out there.
Incredible. That was a really well-deserved win. They got their race strategy absolutely spot on.
Oh, that's a wonderful scene. The team getting their first chance to congratulate their driver on a job well done. And up he goes, George Russell joining the podium lineup after a memorable Grand Prix.
There's further delight for the team as they get to see both drivers up there together.
What a great result, though. Oscar picks up a bunch of points over Ocon. George picks up a bunch of points over Norris. He might be just ahead of him now.
Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
Did anybody steal the fastest lap from me on the final lap? I didn't see it, but might have happened.
For another year.
Next time, the teams will be racing through the streets of another city. Join us in Baku on the shores of the Caspian Sea for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.
Let's have a look then. No, we got it. We got it with Oscar. So confirmation of the final result. George, starting from 10th, takes the win. We asked Oscar to pull over and let him through. At the not pull him through, but to stay behind him. So it's a 1-2 with the fastest lap. Maximum points for us today, 44 points. Lando Norris takes third, but loses 10 points to George, and that might be the difference for P3. Ocon ends up in fourth place. He loses out 7 points to Oscar, so Oscar can stretch his lead a little bit. Sargent, look at that, up 14 places to take fifth and 10 points for Logan Sargent. That might keep him on the grid for next season. You never know. Fernando Alonso has to settle for sixth, but did hit Hamilton at the end there. Hamilton, starting from the pit lane, ends up in seventh. And Leclerc also managing to just sneak a point there, so not a complete loss for Ferrari today. Sainz gets 8th, Tsunoda up 12 places, another pit lane start. He finishes in 9th. Then it's Valtteri Bottas in 11th. Just unfortunately, his car let him down. He was looking for big points at one point, but that problem with his battery towards the end of the race put paid to that. Gasly will take 12th, 13th for Van Dorn. Stroll down 8 places to finish in 14th ahead of Lawson in 15th. Ricciardo, a nightmare race for him, down in 16th. Hulkenberg 17th, 18th place for Max Verstappen, 19th and out for Enzo Fittipaldi, as was Perez out as well, and Porsche and Zhou Guanyu. 4 retirements today and lots of cars with some issues as well. In the driver's standings then, you see Oscar extends his gap by 7. That is now, let's see, quick bit of mental math, 16 points. 16 points now, the gap between Ocon and Oscar. George has moved ahead of Lando by 4 points. Excellent news. So back into third place for George. Fernando moves above Charles Leclerc by 6 points. Tsunoda stays 7th. Hamilton 8th, just 3 points behind him now. Porsche 9th, no points for him today. Sainz up into 10th again as he picks up 4 points, jumping Daniel Ricciardo. Then it's Valtteri in 12th, 13th for Nico Hulkenberg, 14th for Lawson, 15th and up 7 places for Logan Sargent, who's on 12 points now. That's a mugshot of someone who's just like a little confused as to how he got there. 16th place for Lance Stroll, dropping down 1 behind Sargent. Then Gasly in 17th, 18th is for Zhou, 19th for Perez, 20th for Stoffel Van Dorn, 21st and down 2 places for Enzo. And Max now bottom of the standings. In the constructors, 44 points for us against 20 for Red Bull, means that we have stretched the gap by 24 points today. That lead is getting healthier and healthier. It's now 78 points, I think. My maths is not working on my head today. I think that's 78 points. McLaren in third, 240 points, pulling away from Ferrari. They've got a 17-point gap now. Mercedes have 113. Then RB with 98. Sauber seventh with just 30 points. Aston Martin, another horrible weekend for them, 29 points, one behind. Then it's Haas in ninth with 20. Alpine up one into 10th with 15 points now, thanks to Logan's fifth place finish there. And Williams dropping down to the bottom of the standings. We got both cars there. Fifth place and ninth place. I didn't think the 2.2 would be quick enough, but we did still just manage to get some points with George there. So another 12 points was earned today. Red Bull pick up another 29 points. McLaren picking up 33. Ferrari with 12. Haas picking up 8. RB with 7. Let's see what the standings look like. Ferrari top by 5 points now from Red Bull. The gap has come down considerably by 17 points. McLaren in third on 259 are a long way behind, even though they did get a nice big haul of points there. They pulled away from Mercedes, but I don't think they're going to catch the front two. Alpine, no points for them. And once again, we've closed the gap. Now just 13 behind them as we sit in sixth place and now comfortably ahead of Aston Martin. 35 points clear of them. They are only 2 points clear of RB, who picked up 7 points today. Then it's Haas in ninth with 36. Williams 10th with 21. And Sauber 11th with 19. There are the stops. A 2.24 for Oscar on his first stop, but a 2.0 on his second stop. That's excellent. Is that our quickest stop of the season? Not quite. 2.808 is our quickest. So 3,000 slower than our best ever stop this year. But a 2.21 for George and a 2.28 for his second stop. Not too bad. What was the slowest? 2.22. So the second stop for George would not have made it, nor would Oscar's first stop. We do get our payout with both drivers, another 1.37 mil added. Good, because we need that money. We need to spend it immediately on underfloors and front wings. Marcus Dudley gets an overall rating point increase to 92. Lovely stuff. Let's go into the inbox. Monthly driver update. A point in cornering, 2, and a point in braking for Christian. A point in adaptability for Tommy. Jack gains a point in overtaking. Our main drivers, a point in cornering again for Oscar. Very nice. Nothing for George. What broke? A rear wing and an underfloor. Of course, it was an underfloor, but that's okay. We're going to have a new one for the next Grand Prix. We've got a new ATR starting as well. Excellent stuff. Championship results in the F3 standings. Christian Mansell wins the F3 championship ahead of Rudolf Fischer and Tim Tramnitz in the end. Where did Tim finish? Tommy, sorry. He finished in 20th with 22 points. Abby pulling in 18th. Who else did we sign? Did we sign? I think we signed... Antonelli, didn't we? Yes, Antonelli will be joining us next season. He is top by a long way in the F2 race. Won the F2 feature race in Italy. Let's fix the damage to the cars. So we need some spare rear wings now as well. No spares left. And that one's going to break at the next track as well. Got spare underfloor. We can put that on the car. There we go. Let's go to car part development, manufacturing. Let's add an extra one underfloor for now. because I also need to build a couple of rear wings, or at least one rear wing. How much money? I've got 888,000 left. And there we go. So that puts us 61,000 in debt. Ah, now that's interesting. I'm in debt, but extending the number of parts on an already existing manufacturing project means I can spend that money that I don't have. I wonder if that's a bug or if that's real. It's letting me do it, look, if I want to. Cost me 400k. It's only for one day. Yeah, screw it. Put it in now. So that's the end of the month. That's the start of the month, and we have 2.5 mil in the bank now. Excellent stuff. So monthly car development email looks pretty good. Our dirty air performance looks amazing. Look at that. Third, and third. Tyre wear is first. Our raw pace in the medium and high speed needs a bit of work, but the new underfloor will help with that. High speed in particular. Speed will get a little bit of a boost from that as well. Hopefully the acceleration will as well. Let's see. RB have got a new chassis, and they're working on another new chassis. Ferrari are having a difficult season. Where are Ferrari in the standings? They're fourth. Only 17 points behind McLaren, but a long way behind us. Look, we've got more than double their score. In fact, Red Bull have got almost more than double their score. Okay, very interesting. Let's get our pit crew training done for the month of September. So we should be starting with no fatigue. We're not. Good. Let's go with some pretty heavy speed training again then. Perfect. And then we'll have time for a little bit of training here. There we go. And then we'll go into a little bit more car building. And then we'll go into some split training to end the month. Excellent. There we go. It's just for the sake of, OCD neatness. There we go. Just a little, looks a little bit cleaner on the planner, that's all. So that's our gains for the month. We're going to take another 1.92% gain on car building, get that up to 77 overall. Take another 0.12% off our chance of a mistake, so it stays under 8%, and we'll take another 0.03 off our estimated pit stop time. Excellent stuff. very nice little bit of training that month there. Let's check in with the board. They were, as you would expect, delighted. A little bit of debt accrued during the month of August as we slightly overspent on making some spare parts and also signing Abby and Kimmy for contracts for next season. We will be running at least one more season of Brabham. Maybe only one more. We'll see how we do next year. If it's too easy, then we might dip that. Could do with refurbing the factory at some point. Design center is about to break. It's an 8mm upgrade. If we can get an 8mm upgrade on that rather than a refurb, that would be nice. The wind tunnel down to 75, that's about to break. 10mm upgrade. Refurb will be about 2.5mm, I think. Suspension simulator's getting low as well. How are we looking on stuff in here? I've got nothing going in here. All right, let's do a little bit of research. What are the changes next season? Chassis focused, absolutely chassis focused. So we need to pump all of our hours then into the chassis. There we go. That covers off half of the performance loss there. So I'm guessing it's reduced changes on the side pod as well. Yeah, 10%, 10%, 10%. So let's get a side pod project done as well. Again, just try and maximize the savings that we can make against the losses. There we go. So we're saving about 3 days there with our driver contribution from our rookies. Are we fully up to spec with Mark III parts now? Let's have a look. Yes, we are. So that might be it then for upgrades for the season. Maybe we'll do another one towards the end of the season. But for now, that's it. We can focus in on research a little bit more now. We've got 10 days to go till we get to Baku, so let's advance time a bit more. Oh, got some money from our sponsors. Please be good. Oh, we missed it again. God damn. That's frustrating. No mandatory activities. All right, nothing again this month. Let's get Jack doing something. Let's send off 2 engineers. We're going to need to do something with our drivers. Even this won't be enough, I don't think. Alright, let's take Jack out. There we go. And we'll go with that. So, get both of our drivers doing some commercial work. Been a while since either of them have done anything, so it's it will help their marketability rating if we do something with them. And that should give us a nice little buffer there, exceed by over 1,000. Boardroom's dipped. We can get away with not refurbing the boardroom. Race sim, though. I'd love to upgrade it, but we've got too many other things that need to be upgraded, so we'll just do a refurb. Let's get the wind tunnel refurb. Have I not got enough money now? No, I have. Why wouldn't it let me refurb it? I'll probably have to advance one more day. I think it's literally just broken. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I want to drop an upgrade on that if we can, but I don't know if we're going to be able to afford it. All right, so advanced time again. We're going to have a weather report in a minute, and we've got a new regulation vote coming up as well. That's our spare rear wing. Ooh, rear wings. We've got 2 now. Excellent. One of them's about to break at Baku, so we'll be back down to just 1 spare again. So I'm going to go ahead and make another one. So we'll have 2 spares again after Baku once we switch out the broken one. Weather for Baku, it's going to be cool on race day, but dry. Excellent stuff. Financial changes. Extra prize money for the winners, less for the losers. I normally vote against this, but this time I'm actually going to vote for it. Just simply because of the amount of upgrades we need to drop on our facilities. That extra 0.5% could be very, very useful. And there's our spare front wings, so we should have a couple of those now. Yeah, there we go. 5 of each wing, soon to be 4, and 5 front wings. Lovely stuff. And there we go. We are prepped and ready for Baku. So our drivers have dipped a little bit because we've got them doing sponsor work, but their marketability does need that little bit of a boost because it's been a while. 93% for, or 93 out of 100 there for Oscar. And George, 91. So we can try and push them up towards about 100 over the next couple of sponsor events. That'll help us a little bit more with the sponsors that we could hopefully choose from at the end of, beginning of next season. If we can, the higher our marketability, the better. Our overall team marketability has gone down by 3 points, but that will improve, I think, as time goes on before the end of the year. So, the end of today's Grand Prix has seen us open up another little bit more of a gap to Red Bull in the constructors, and a little bit more in the drivers for Piastri there, with that 16-point gap over Esteban Ocon there. George just 4 points clear of Lando, but back into 3rd place now, and Alonso doing a better job than Perez did in that second Red Bull, has moved up into 5th ahead of Charles Leclerc. So he's helped keeping the pressure on us. Before I do disappear, I want to show you the updated version of the camel livery logo combo. So let's go with the livery and the driver suit, just to create the full picture. And now the logo. And there we go. You can see I have definitely reworked the lettering to make it as close as I can now to how it actually appears. But there is the new and improved camel livery for the 1990-1991 Lotus. And the tutorial for that will be going live later this evening / tomorrow morning. I will be recording that. It'll probably be in about 2-3 hours it will go live. I'll be recording that as soon as we're done here, getting that tutorial up and on the channel tonight. So keep an eye out for that if you're at all curious as to how to create that. That's what I did with the rear wing. I just stuck the camel itself on the rear wing, put the writing off the top. But yeah, the new and improved camel livery is done, and tutorial for that will be visible very, very soon on the channel. I will also, as I say, be recording some more Empire of the Ants tomorrow, so that'll be back on the channel on Wednesday as we get down to the end of the solo story mode campaign on that. And hopefully I can sit down and try and get some Euro Truck up on my new channel this week. I'm waiting for a cable to come so I can hook up my second TV as a second monitor. And as soon as that comes through, it'll make it much, much easier for me to actually monitor what's going on and get the recording and stuff done. So fingers crossed I can make a start on that this week. So hopefully next week there'll be some footage going up on the new channel for Euro Truck Simulator. I'll be starting a brand new Let's Play series for that. And I will start doing some American Truck Simulator probably a week or two after that as well. And maybe a few other bits thrown in as well. I might even do a playthrough of the new Indiana Jones game, which I got for free with the PC. So plenty of stuff to come over the next days and weeks. Do keep your eyes peeled. If you have enjoyed tonight's race, please do drop a like. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and please consider subscribing to the new channel as well for PC only gameplay. That link can be found on the community tab and also on my about page here in the links. You'll get a link to the new channel there. It's just simply Jim Bob Plays. Nice and straightforward. And of course Twitch as well. I will be streaming on Twitch again at the weekend with some more F1 and maybe something else. And daytime streaming will be coming next week to Twitch as well, assuming I get that cable in time. So plenty of stuff to keep you occupied, as I said, in the coming weeks. That's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.